Astronauts doesn't study space. They study underwater.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental free.
In short, they are scuba divers, pretending that their CGI photos are real. Moon landing is a joke. Most astronauts use CGI images with green screen to deceive humanity of hiding what's really real. Scuba divers constantly checking oxygen levels while keeping in contact what's above them. If you do your research, scuba divers only have 45 minutes to 1 hour of oxygen with full tank. Astronaut suits are not capable of supplying oxygen for 68 hours. Again, astronauts trained underwater, not outer space. Some of the photos of their spacewalks now equipped with snorkel. Are you kidding me? No one ever goes out the Earth. Not even a rocket of Elon Musk can penetrate the firmament. Every time Elon Musk pushed up rockets, it just became a water waves. Because what's above, so below. What's below, so above. Down is water, up is water. Believing astronauts are floating outside the Earth. Come on, give me a coffee. I'm totally awake. And I'm also a scuba diver, so I know all these things.
This was posted by Science Acumen. Can anybody tell me that if this is a time-lapse photo of Jupiter and its moons orbiting, why is the big spot, the storm, not rotating at all? Just curious. Why? Because according to NASA, this big storm rotates at 400 miles per hour. Please tell me how that storm is not rotating. I mean, take all the time you need. This thing is not rotating in any way.
So our history wants us to believe that Helen Keller, who was deaf and blind at 18 months, learned how to speak 5 languages, and she also had a British accent somehow. My stepdaughter's deaf. I know for a fact, firsthand, how hard it is for a deaf person to learn how to speak. And sorry, that is a lie. Number 2, Stephen Hawking, who supposedly discovered black holes and major scientific things, has been wheelchair bound and not able to speak since as early as anyone can remember. In the 1970s, when we do have video footage of him, he cannot speak or say one single word and has a translator that pretends to know what he's talking about. Then they give him a chair that speaks for him. So it's a computer voice that speaks, and he supposedly came up with some of the most incredible scientific discoveries of all time, black holes, etc. Another massive lie. They didn't have that technology then, they don't have it now. Give me a break. The third thing, let's see. We have Beethoven. So Ludwig Beethoven, who was allegedly deaf and wrote some of the most incredible masterpieces of all time. I've been playing music. I play almost every instrument and have been playing them all since I was 4 or 5 years old. And I will tell you firsthand, I've taught music for years. I will tell you firsthand that that is impossible, especially having a deaf stepdaughter. You're not writing masterpieces like Beethoven. That's a joke. They've been telling us that we come from monkeys. That's also a lie. They tell us we are spinning on a ball. That's also a lie. Why do they tell us all of these things? Because if you believe that a person that cannot talk or move can discover black holes, what are you ever going to be able to discover? If a woman that is deaf and blind can speak 5 languages with a British accent, what are you ever going to discover? If Beethoven, who was deaf, can write masterpieces, what are you ever going to discover? If you are just a monkey that somehow became a man, but somehow now they're still monkeys, you're always going to be a monkey. What are you ever going to become? They've been lying to us since the beginning of the time. We live on God's earth that has been manipulated by Satan himself. And I'm sorry, but I don't believe it anymore, and you don't have to either. Remember, this is for your entertainment.
Rogan used to be an actual truther. Now he has on Neil Steele Debike Tyson, and they'll literally with straight faces talk about how we went to the moon and how people that don't think we are mentally insane. He sold out his own people for money. And that's why people hate Joe Rogan. That's why people call Joe Rogan a dirty little Jill, because he is.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
I love that you brought up the moon landing to Little Tim Pool. Like that, those type of things make me so happy.
Actually do the research, you actually look into it, like everybody Joe Rogan did for a long time.
Ridiculous. It looks stupid. It looks ridiculous and dumb. There's no way people went on the moon. There's no way.
That's what made everyone hate Joe Rogan. You understand? It's not because he's gay or short. It's because he knows full fucking well no one went to the moon, and he reversed his opinion on it for money. That's a shill.
I'm a sellout. I'm a round earth sellout. Checks. I'm getting some round earth checks.
Joe Rogan was one of the front runners of the moon landing conspiracy. He was one of the guys that got me to realize that we didn't go to the moon.
The Americans were more advanced in trickery, and that's what they did. They figured out a way to fake it. It's impossible today.
You're forgiven in your state of fallen nature. You're forgiven in your ignorance and innocence. You're not forgiven if you know the truth. That's why it's all about, but does he know? There's a lot of fucking innocent people out there. A lot. That don't know. But do you know? If you know, then now you're participating in an upside down fractal.
You know a moon landing denier?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know you know Alex Jones.
I used to be a moon landing denier. I used to believe totally that we never went to the moon. For years, I believed that we didn't go to the moon.
What changed you?
Mostly talking to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Well, the moral of this story to me, thank God, first of all, that you're no longer a moon landing denier. But also, the power of the media and the press that sent you down this rabbit hole.
It's just laughable. Look at that. That is tape, Tim. That's space tape, bud.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
What changed you? Mostly talking to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You guys want to know why I like flat Earth so much? Besides the fact that it's true, I mean verifiably, observably flat and stationary, besides the fact that it's true and it's biblical, I have yet to meet one single atheist flat earther. They simply don't exist, because you cannot believe in evolution or the Big Bang and flat earth too. It's impossible. Flat earth leads people back to the Bible, back to creation, to God, and ultimately to his son, Jesus Christ. There are millions, perhaps billions, of atheists who believe in the globe model, but there are zero atheists that believe in the flat earth model. And that, my friends, is why I love it. And that, my friends, is why I believe it is absolutely true. Have a good day, and God bless each and every one of you.
Truth is not a conspiracy. If there were a satellite in space, there would be no need to build a comm towers in the middle of the ocean. The Earth is spherical form with flat surface, and it does not move. And it is covered with a glass dome called firmament, and containing inside the sun, moon, and stars, which are the ones moving. Above and below is water. Compass is used to navigate on flat surface to distinguish north, east, south, and west. Water is always level and contained the Arctic Circle, and Antarctica holds the oceans in. The solid glass dome firmament holds the air inside the flat surface called terranium, creating an airtight vacuum. The Earth does not spin like a ball and does not move. Sun, moon, and stars are seen moving inside, moving around over us, which prove geocentricity. Thunder boom sounds are only created when bounce off a solid object, this being called the firmament. If you got a bigger bowl like this, try it at home. Pop a balloon inside. It would sound like a thunderbolt. UN world leaders know. Stated on their logo, a flat Earth map. Again, sun, moon, and stars rotate, not Earth, from east to west. So let's pretend that this is the firmament and this is the sun, okay? The rotating of the sun is like this. That's why on the other side, there is night and day, okay? And sometimes, the reflection of the sun reflects on the other side. That's why sometimes when you see outside, it's like it would look like there is another sun. That's why there is one country on top that doesn't have a sun, because it doesn't reflect here. As you notice, every after rain there is a rainbow that form curve like this, because that's the reflection of the glass above, which is the firmament. You could also try this at home. Try rotating a flat surface, a glass, on a sun, reflecting on that flat surface of glass. The rainbow would shone straight. But try reflecting the sun to a curved ball, okay? The rainbow of it is curved. So let's pretend this is the firmament, okay? And this is the flat earth. Below is also looked like this. So that's why it explains that it looks like spherical. The sun rotating like this, not like this, okay? In 1958, rockets reached heights to confirm that the Earth was not what they originally thought at school. 12 countries came together to form Arctic Treaty and says its scientific purposes. Unguarded with marshals, military personnel, and equipment, and any expedition to Antarctica could face a criminal penalties for any entry. All of this just because of the ice. And it's also impossible to film a star from a spinning ball Earth. Camera would not stay fixed on Polaris and would lose alignment if the Earth is rotating. The sun tells time of day. The moon tells the day of the month. And stars tell month of the year. You know why sometimes you can see on traveling in an airplane, you will see the horizon is behind the sun because the sun is not 93 million miles away. When you travel, you could see the sun so near. And no, we are not living on a spinning ball, which inside is fireball and ozone layer and all this. This is hawks they teach you in school. That's why I hated school. And if you will ask me about Mars, that there are people already going there, because this is what NASA told you to. Mars, they film it on Denver, Colorado. All the tracks that NASA used are all there to make their film, to make the CGI images for you to be deceived. Sometimes some videos you will see NASA, they're floating inside their cabin. They're using CGI, okay? They're using harness to fly over because they are under offices, which is underwater. Search about it. I'm not crazy and you are not. Use your logic.
Give a round of applause. Fry Guy, our newest celebrity, former flat earther, a paradigm shift. This is a big announcement. Go nuts.
Like all good things, everything comes to an end. I don't know, how do you think it's gonna all end? So I know this is recorded, but I'll delete it after, and I know nobody's watching right now, so that's good. I have a plan. We're gonna call it the Prize Squad, okay? For me personally, I feel as if it's almost like my mission now.
This is war, okay?
I think a good troll is somebody who you can't determine who's actually
when they're actually trolling.
been practicing for a long time now, and I think I've mastered it. And you're catching on. You are catching on. I have to change up my game because that's one of the things I don't want people to do is to see through my BS. Let me know how I do, and if I come off as genuine or convincing, just let me know. Okay.
I think you need to enunciate your words, like kind of say it with that definite, inflection of the words.
How about you, Joe? What did you think?
Oh, it's perfect. It's definitely impressive.
I can just say things, and they have no correlation with each other, and you might not have any idea what the fuck I'm talking about, but at the end of the day, I do.
I pretend like I do.
Like, what's it?
I'll make a little burner. I'll try and get like some flat earth. I'll make it very inconspicuous, and I'll do it like over the course of 3 weeks.
I can portray that persona if you want me to. That's how I am around my friends. I will. If you want me to be something, I'll be it. And it's almost addictive to respond and attack and repel the flat Earth. Do you want to join the Pry Army? I mean, you're. I mean, by all means. I'm already in it, basically. You are in it. You're damn right you're in it. You don't have a choice, Hellcats.
Dude, I'm still a fucking freshman in high school, dog. No, I got traumatic brain injury through my genetics. It's called autism. I don't know what the fuck I'm reading. I'm a boy. I'm just sometimes feel differently. When I feel differently, I feel in between. That's why I put they, them in my bio at one point, because, I would...
No, and props to you, because that means you are more of a man than any of these fucking flat earthers will ever be. I watched a video from Professor Dave Explains, and after that video I was like, well, I was retarded. Like, I was retarded. That was stupid. Why did I believe that? Literally one Professor Dave video, and that was it.
I just came back to reality.
I have jokes. I like to make fun of flat earthers, so I mean, I can be like that sideline sort of like soccer mom, cheering mom, They're not being censored. I wish they were. I really do. I do like community notes. I'm on community notes. I got qualified in 1 week. I'm not an expert on all these topics, but I pretend like I know what I'm talking. I hope that I know what I'm talking about sometime.
You know what, you're getting there, all right? You're getting there. You're getting close to expertise, I would say. These people are mentally ill. Okay? They cannot discern the fact that this is just stupid, fake nonsense. Okay? And what ends up happening is they convince themselves this stuff is true. They are surrounded by people on the internet telling them that it's true, and they break. You know what I mean? They snap.
Most of it is kind of just a projection, in my opinion.
What do you think of this plan, this elaborate plan I have that's festering in the shadows? I'll delete this after we're finished. So.
Those law, man, This is just, it's the unknowable. You can't know whether they're faking it or real until you catch them.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
I don't even know why I'm here. I have a personal grudge against flat earthers, right? They are just nasty people. Nasty people. I just talk sometimes. I just have a lot of grievance towards it. It just pisses me off. I'm not an optimist at all. I'm a psychopath. I suck cock. There you go.
I'm so glad we have this recorded.
So obviously a robot polisher and all of the flat earthers have to come out and say, oh, well, he was never really a flat earther because, there's no such thing as an ex-flat earther, because it's what they have to say, because it's kind of what makes it a cult, right? It's like, oh, there's no such thing as an ex-flat earther. And the moment somebody says, oh, I used to be a flat earther, but I'm not anymore, they have to be completely excommunicated. They have to be shunned from the community. It's kind of crazy, honestly.
I didn't really know what I was getting into at the start.